What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the strongest Invader you can probably run these days with 3 times balanced unit, then the Havoc and Scatter as sonic weapons, and then we have the Invader 12.5% more durability, 19% more durability, and of course we have the Arachnid skin that gives you 10%. Altogether, we have the amount of health that a Titan has, 700,000. But the question remains, and that's what I want to explore with you guys here in this video. Is this a tank? Or is this a pushover, right? Why am I asking this? I'm saying, whoa, this thing has 700,000 HP, and I can heal back a lot of that, and yet I'm asking you if this is a pushover. That's a weird question, isn't it? Well, let me explain this over the course of this video and show you some examples, okay? This can definitely be a monster. This can be something you just don't want to fight. It's just too tough. But then on other situations, it can be killed in seconds by things. By things you wouldn't even expect to be that dangerous and that destructive. So yeah, get ready for some educational video with a certain topic and question as to, is this a tank or is this a pushover, alright? At the end of the video, I want your opinion, okay? You don't have to decide now. Just enjoy the show first. I cut together some nice combat montage, as usual, not wasting your time with non-action sequences. No, you get the full combat here. And at the end of the video, I'd like to have you guys make a little decision for yourselves. You don't have to post it. You can. I'd like to, but you don't have to post it. But maybe it's if you just make a decision for yourselves as well, that would be already pretty interesting. Now, we're fighting one of the strongest robots in the game right now, and we're fighting in a tight spot. However, I think that this may not have been the strongest setup or max level gear on him, because there's going to be a different situation later. And right now, despite having 3 people on me, that Invader is really doing a good job, right? So at this first situation, I would score and say, hey, this thing is a tank, all right? If you were to say, man, that looks pretty strong, that's a tank. Clearly, it's a tank. It's a monster tank, right? I'd be with you on that first situation. Now, but there will be different situations coming up where I show you something else, and you'll be surprised to see how different that will look, right? How much less powerful the Invader somehow seems to be in that situation. So yeah, let's first have a few good moments with it before I go into the sad ones. So yeah, we're spawn raiding the enemy here, jumping in, rup suppression, and destroying him with a scatter and havoc, and just wrecking havoc on him pretty much, okay? Which obviously is very fitting, considering that's exactly what we're running. That guy goes, and I still have more than 500,000 HP. Sonic weapons are very dangerous, of course, because, you know, they do tons of damage, and I cannot heal any of that back. And this is also part of the problem that I will be showing you. I noticed the Ares behind me, so I decided to make a suppression jump behind him, wasting his firepower, making him miss, and then, you know, taking down. So, first situation, it looks awesome. It looks like this Invader is a beast boy, and definitely a tank. Let's go into another one, okay? I'm starting with some good moments, and then I'll show you the others. So, we taken down the Strider really easily. We also captured his beacon pretty easily. And here comes an enemy Hades. I can corner shoot a little, right? Don't have to expose myself all the way. And now, it seems like, yep, there's a Demeter who jumped on him. Thankfully, I was still able to get inside. Somehow the Demeter hasn't healed him. Oh, wait a minute, he couldn't because I... Look, what is this? I mean, wait, no. You can't come in and fight me. You can't do that, okay? You can't do that. This is not okay. You can't come in, help my enemy, attack me, and then when you're reloading, shake your head and act like you're friendly because you're losing the battle. You can't do that. That's not correct, okay? If you want to avoid combat with me and you want to do the head shaking, you have to do it first. And you can't just start a combat, lose the combat, and when you do, then start to be like, okay, you know what, never mind, I actually, it was a prank, I didn't mean to, okay? That's not working. I will kill you still, I will take that down. That's not gonna work. But if you shake your head at first and you're being friendly immediately, chances are I might notice and and be friendly too. So here comes another enemy. I actually had 2 enemies on me. The Scorpion just jumped behind me, but he got insta-suppressed by my landing, and he decided to teleport back. I was like, okay, man, I was in a 2-on-1, and you decide to go back? Alright, whatever you say, man, I'll take it. So here comes the next guy, a Demeter, and if you think like, okay, man, Manni, you're in trouble. That's a freaking shell, that's a Demeter, there's a Scorpion somewhere nearby. What are you gonna do now? Yeah, that was my thought process too. So, and also they're having some weapons here with decent firepower as well. And there's the shell here. There is the Demeter there, and then there is the frickin' Scorpion coming out of nowhere. He falls over the building. I don't know where he came from. I was like, man, how many were that? And then I took a look at this. It's like, okay. So there's literally 4 enemies on me. And yet somehow, despite me having 4 enemies on me alone for quite a bit of time, my team has somehow lost the entire rest of the map as well. How is that even possible? How can the remaining 2 guys take down all my other 5 friendlies? What? How is that possible? How can teams be so uneven? But anyways, let's jump into the next situation. Fun fact, we actually won the match still. My team somehow... they became good all of a sudden. So, but that moment was one moment where I was like, wait, how is that possible, guys? You should have really, at least in the meantime, you should have been able to get those beacons, right? But yeah, so things like that sometimes happen, and it was a pleasure to see that we did actually win the battle after all. Did you know that the Invader has an ability, a pilot skill, passive Death Survivor thing, where you get your jump twice? Similar to the Blitz robot getting his run ability twice at 50% again, and some other robots who have a similar thing. Yeah, the Invader has that too. He at 50% health, he gets to reactivate his jump. We already had this, so if you're waiting for it to happen right now, don't wait for it. We already had that happen to us a moment ago when we were at the other beacon, but yeah, I felt like I mentioned this because I don't think everybody knows that. I don't think everybody knows that there is actually a Death Survivor also for the Invader to let him double jump, basically. Jump, land, attack, boom, resistance, suppression, and everything, right? And get a nice boost and jump. Then you land, you get 50% damage, and you can do it immediately again. That's pretty cool. And also, maybe not everybody may know that the Invader had received a buff a little while ago, where after the landing and during the jump and 5 seconds after the landing, until then, he gets to have a resistance now. I think like 30% or something. It's not insane amounts of resistance, but it's a good amount of resistance still. It's a decent amount, and you'll notice the difference. And that's a pretty cool thing. Yeah, I'm getting this guy suppressed and locked, and then I know I'm eyeballing the Demeter, but I still have 7 seconds left on the jump, but I'm eyeballing him. I want him. I want to take down that Demeter. So here comes, and jump! And he's activating that shield now, and then he comes towards me, and I'm inside the shield. Somehow, though, look, that shield bubble is totally small now. Sometimes the shield is super small, sometimes the shield is super large. Here's a good thing that the Invader was always good at, right? For those who remember the old days with the Invader, Loki and Invader was a thing back then, right? You saw a lot of Lokis, you saw a lot of Invaders, and one thing that Invaders were always good at is killing Lokis when they were walking in front of them, because you are so flat on the ground with their weapons that you can actually hit those Lokis without actually going, having a quantum radar or something, without needing it. So this guy's gonna die. Yep. We have another 700,000 HP ready to rock and roll. And this, I think, is one of those moments, or is it the next one, where I start to show you the real bad things about the Invader. Okay, so it's gonna happen now. You'll be surprised how much damage one Ouchon can do. I think it's the next map. It's the same map, but it's a different situation. I'm again in a 3-on-1 here, so obviously I don't have to be surprised about getting destroyed. And also one of them is a Titan, so yeah, that's not cool. Thanks, targeting system. Yeah, I wanted to switch over to the other dude now. Don't get him. I don't get to destroy him, don't I? Nope. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, we're getting close to the bad stuff. Alright, I know I've been torturing you guys with holding it in for so long. But I just wanted to show you the good moments first, right? Where I think the Invader does convince and look very strong. Keep in mind, this is the strongest version you can run. It's the Arachnid Invader, or Arachnid, yeah, however you pronounce it. That one with more HP. It's the currently best weapon setup on it, best pilot, the legendary pilot for it is on it. It's like there's everything you can have right now. I mean, there is nothing more you can do to make it stronger, pretty much, except maybe having a team that is somewhere around you. What is going on here, man? Where's my team? What is going on? I have like 3 guys on me here, and they all had their abilities running. The Blitz, the Leech, the Ares, all of them had their abilities. And now there's a Hawk. There's another Hawk, and there's a Titan. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do now? And I'm somehow suppressed, of course. Of course I'm suppressed. But you know what? I'm not gonna go down without taking you with me, my friend. Bye. Oh. Actually, no one goes down. Okay. Alright, so this is the moment, okay? Get yourselves ready. We have 711,000 HP when we're full, okay? It's basically just a big damage sponge, because here comes the downsides of this thing. Everyone loves killing invaders. Why? There's no resistance on it, normally. It's a huge, juicy damage bubble that you can take down. Taking down this invader means you get 700, or activating healing. Taking down the invader means you can do like 1,000,000 or more damage and add that to your damage statistics. And let me just show you what one single Ao-Chun is capable of doing to me. Look, there's the Ao-Chun. He doesn't have overdrive. He does not even have overdrive, okay? He's not even having like super highest damage output. He's got the flames built into the Ao-Chun, and he's got 2 nucleons. How much damage is that supposed to be, okay? I have 630,000 HP. 600. 500, 400, 300, 200. Are you kidding me? 100. Dude, this is like... how much damage did he just do to me? Because the invader has no resistance unless he just jumped. Yo, this thing gets destroyed by 1 Ao-Chun in the air. Ao-Chun flies up, locks you down. 600, 500, 4, 3, 2, 1, boop, destroyed. If I didn't have healing, I would be destroyed in that situation. Here comes the next situation, okay? This guy is a max meta player. That's a max shell, max weapons, max skills, max everything, okay? And he's got the best setup on it as well, same as I do. So let's just have a look at that battle, okay? My massive tank that cannot heal. I can't deal any damage to him because his physical shields are like protecting him for a long time. I also get this hit a little from behind from the other guy, but at the same time, the other one is also, right? He's also getting hit by someone else, right? We both have an enemy at us that deals damage to us. So, like, that's not like a thing that only happens to me. It's an even fight, okay? But he's making that easily, because I can't heal. I cannot heal back. The invader is worthless if it can't heal back the HP. It brings a lot of HP with it, but in order to make real use of it, you have to be able to heal it back. And you've seen that this, both situations, the Ao-Chun and the shell robot, they both are pretty much unstoppable from this invader here. They will just take you down, and there's nothing you can do about it. The shell simply absorbs every shot from those sonic weapons, and since he's using sonic weapons himself, the entire use of the high hit point pool is not really working, right? Because remember, there is healing in the game, and as that, the more HP you have, the more use you can draw from it, because you can heal all that back. With an advanced healing unit, for example, giving you 60% healing, or 40% or whatever, when you activate it, and you can do that multiple times. So instead of 700,000 HP, the invader would run around with like 1.5 million, okay? But that's not happening because the sonic weapons. And my sonic weapons couldn't do the same to him because of the physical shield. So, yeah, the shell robot simply beats you. It simply destroys the heck out of you with that invader. So is it a tank or is it a pushover? What is it now? I can fight a Fenrir a little, but I can even fight a Fenrir and a Titan for some weird reason, but that's because I suppressed them both. And I'm not alone as well. But still, is it a tank or is it a pushover? You've seen what that one Ao-Chun did to me, okay? And that was not even with overdrive. It was like you can't say he had the, like you do here, the intensified drone damage with 115% there, and then he had 75% more damage from overdrive, and that's why he didn't have overdrive. And I'm very certain he didn't have the drone intensified damage either, so he just did a regular 100% damage, and he destroyed the living heck out of me right there. It's like, he had like 100,000 damage per second. Literally, it was like 100,000 DPS that he was running at that moment. And yeah, so Invader, no resistance. And that's kind of what I'm looping back to now. Let me close the loop and everything that I've been working towards with this video, okay? This is not purely about the Invader only. This is about robots that don't have resistance. The current meta of the game is called resistance, or absorber shield or something. That's the meta right now, because that means you can't really take the damage. A leech robot in ability won't take damage from the sonic weapons, right? So it doesn't matter that you can't heal it back because they do their very little damage. An Invader, however, has to rely on its healing abilities from the healing skill or whatever, and yeah, and he has to rely also on the fact that he's a tank that survives for a long time. Yeah, and none of that is going to happen when you can't heal back your HP and you have those sonic weapons destroying you. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I'd like to hear the thoughts that you guys have. I'll be visiting the comments section. I'll also be responding to some of those. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Tank or pushover? What is it these days in the meta? Do you even see invaders on the battlefield these days? I see maybe one every third or fourth match. Maybe. Not even. Probably not even that. Right? And the reason is he doesn't have resistance. You see Fenrir's, yeah, because they have resistance, but you don't see invaders. So yeah, tell me what you think. I'll be reading that. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.